South African politics has always been a fascinating tapestry of ideologies, power struggles, and dramatic shifts. Few recent developments have sparked as much debate as the African National Congress's decision to co-govern with the Democratic Alliance in key municipalities. Today, we are diving deep into the sharp criticism of this coalition by ANC veteran and former Minister Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma. Her remarks have opened a fresh chapter in the ongoing discussion about the party's direction, its ideological identity, and the broader implications for South Africa's political future. This topic touches on more than just the inner workings of a political party. It goes to the heart of the country's evolving democracy and the challenges of maintaining unity in a landscape defined by diversity and competing interests. Whether you're a political enthusiast, a concerned citizen, or someone just trying to make sense of it all, this is a story that matters. Stick around as we explore what's happening, why it's happening, and what it could mean for South Africa in the coming years. And if you find this discussion valuable, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more insights like this. Let us know your thoughts in the comments, too. We want to hear from you. To understand the weight of Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma's criticism, we need to look back at the African National Congress's history and its ideological roots. The ANC, founded in 1912, emerged as a revolutionary movement that fought for the liberation of South Africa from apartheid. It became synonymous with the struggle for equality, justice, and the dismantling of systemic oppression. The ANC's guiding principles have always centered on social justice, economic transformation, and state-led interventions to uplift marginalized communities. For decades, the ANC was seen as the custodian of these ideals, holding a moral and political authority that resonated across South Africa and beyond. The DA, on the other hand, represents a markedly different vision. As a party rooted in liberal democratic ideals, it has traditionally emphasized free market policies, fiscal conservatism, and limited government intervention. While the DA has its share of supporters, it has often been criticized for not fully addressing the structural inequalities entrenched by apartheid. This ideological divide between the ANC and the DA has always been significant, and for many, the idea of the two parties working together seems contradictory. Yet, here we are, with the ANC and DA co-governing in several municipalities. This brings us to the present controversy. Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma has never been one to shy away from speaking her mind, and her recent comments reflect a growing unease within the ANC about the coalition with the DA. In a closed meeting with party members, she did not mince words, stating that the ANC and DA are fundamentally incompatible in terms of ideology and policy. She argued that the decision to co-govern undermines the ANC's historical mandate and confuses its supporters. For someone of her stature, a veteran leader with decades of service and a deep understanding of the ANC's identity, these remarks carry considerable weight. Dlamini-Zuma's criticism comes at a time when the ANC is facing significant challenges. The party's dominance has been eroded in recent elections, leading to a situation where coalitions have become a necessity in many municipalities. In theory, coalitions are a pragmatic solution to ensure stable governance where no single party has a majority. However, as Dlamini-Zuma and others have pointed out, these alliances come with risks. The ANC's grassroots supporters, many of whom see the DA as an embodiment of neoliberal and conservative interests, may feel betrayed by this partnership. This alienation could weaken the party's base, especially as South Africa approaches the 2024 general elections. Supporters of the coalition, including President Cyril Ramaphosa, argue that it's a practical response to a fragmented political landscape. Ramaphosa has emphasized the need for stability and service delivery, suggesting that ideological differences can be set aside in favor of good governance. He views the coalition as a way to ensure that municipalities can function effectively, delivering essential services to the people who need them most. This pragmatic approach has its merits, especially in a country where political infighting often comes at the expense of governance. But it also raises questions about the ANC's long-term vision and whether it risks compromising its principles for short-term gains. The ideological divide between the ANC and DA is not just a theoretical issue. It has real-world implications for policy and governance. The DA's focus on market-driven policies often contrasts sharply with the ANC's commitment to state-led development and social welfare. Critics argue that these differences are too vast to reconcile, leading to compromises that dilute the effectiveness of governance. For instance, how do you balance the DA's emphasis on fiscal austerity with the ANC's push for expansive social programs? These tensions could create friction within the coalition, potentially undermining its effectiveness. Dlamini-Zuma's concerns also highlight deeper divisions within the ANC. The party has always been a broad church, accommodating a range of perspectives and ideologies. This inclusivity has been a strength, but it has also led to internal conflicts, especially in times of crisis. The coalition with the DA has brought these divisions to the forefront, with leaders like Dlamini-Zuma questioning the party's direction under Ramaphosa's leadership. Her criticism is not just about the coalition itself but about what it signifies for the ANC's identity and its ability to remain true to its founding principles. As we look ahead, the ANC faces a pivotal moment in its history. The decisions it makes now will have far-reaching implications for its future and for South Africa as a whole. The 2024 general elections will be a critical test of the party's strategy, its unity, and its ability to inspire confidence among voters. The coalition with the DA is just one piece of a larger puzzle that includes economic reform, job creation, and addressing the persistent inequalities that continue to define South African society. The question is, can the ANC navigate these challenges while staying true to its principles? Or will it become increasingly pragmatic, prioritizing short-term stability over long-term vision? Nkosazana Dlamini-Zuma's criticism suggests that these questions are not just academic but deeply felt within the party itself. Her remarks serve as a reminder that the ANC's legacy is not just about power but about the ideals it represents. This brings us to you, our viewers. What do you think about the ANC's coalition with the DA? Do you agree with Dlamini-Zuma that it undermines the party's identity, or do you see it as a necessary compromise for effective governance? How should the ANC balance its principles with the practicalities of coalition politics? We'd love to hear your thoughts, so share them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this discussion, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth analyses of South African politics and beyond. Your engagement helps us bring you the content you care about. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay informed, and stay engaged.